Sound familiar? A repeat from 2K19? Congratulations once again, Luca Raw 90. Way to pull out the right responses under pressure and knowing a lot about the league, history, and our game. Our next award is the Kia Pro-Am MVP. Our Pro-Am is no joke, and here you'll find 3-on-3 games and 5-on-5 games against arguably the toughest competition in NBA 2K. And this
That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson is out there with Dennis Smith. Then it's Junior. Here we go. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Diallo in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, Avdia out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
Outside Jackson. Down low. Junior the pass to Jackson. Now here's Diallo. He's covered by Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Smith. That shot missing. Good D by Westbrook. The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jackson against Beverley. Trying to get open is Len. Pass to Beverley. Westbrook scanning the floor. And the dunk by Westbrook.
My goodness, you better get out of the way. Westbrook driving inside, rises up for the slam.
Smith kicks to Diallo. Passes it to Junior. There's the feed to Grant. Washington with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. Wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. So Hachimura. Smith. Washington shooting their first free throw of the game.
This guy born and raised in Japan, and it's so nice to see Rui Hachimura join the growing list of international players. The NBA is truly a global game.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
For Washington, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Len. It's deflected. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Now the pass to Flo. Here dishes to Grant. Avdia with it. Jackson on him. Avdia can't hit. Pistons trail by 3. Jackson passes to Junior. Right wing. And the layup falls. Junior's got his second basket of the game.
At this point, it's clear that the team wants to build around Junior. He's got the upside to be the franchise piece for the next decade. No reason for them not to build around it.
You know, Greg, I think most would agree Junior can take this team all the way. He's got the skill and the upside, and there's a lot to like about this decision. Grant the pass to Junior, and Junior throws it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They trail by 1. He kicks to Avdia. Back to Westbrook. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Diallo. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Wizards shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And Detroit has possession. Outside Jackson. Stolen by Len. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Pistons have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Smith feeling it out a bit. Here's Diallo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Detroit shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one drops. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Washington. And both free throws good for Junior. Well, Greg, it was obvious when they traded Cobb, but this team views Junior as their franchise player heading forward.
And you can't argue with them the way Junior has played. It's a shame they didn't think there was a way for Junior and Cobb to coexist. But the choice is clear. This franchise is in Junior's hands.
Well, you can see the eagerness to contribute from Rui Hachimura. Finds the open man, willing to facilitate.
Pass to Diallo, to the middle. And Junior throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Yeah, this guy is so special. On the attack on the interior, this guy is seeking contact. He doesn't want to avoid it.
Passes it to Diallo. Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Beverly finds Westbrook. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Is Russell Westbrook the toughest guy to contain in the league? He's explosive, he's unpredictable, and he is a nightmare for defenders.
For the Wizards, Chandler Hutchison comes in for Avdia, and it's Ish Smith in for Patrick Beverly. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Raptors.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Junior. Rebounded by Gafford.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Pass to Bay. To the inside. Here's Junior. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Junior's got 14 points.
And he's clearly at the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Westbrook passes to Hachimura. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Grant. The pass to Junior. And Junior throws it down.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. For Washington, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Westbrook. Excellent D there from Junior. The Pistons trailing. Kicks it to Joseph. Outside Jackson. Here's Bay. No points in the game yet for him. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Grant. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now Westbrook in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Joseph. Floats one. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Hutchison. They grab their own miss, and it's good. 2 points. 6 points for him. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Steps back and shoots. Westbrook, no good. Pistons leading by 4. Rui Hachimura out there with Alex Len. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Avdia. And it's Beverly in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Detroit shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
Passes it to Beverly. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Hachimura. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. They host the Kings after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Shot clock at 6. Avdia with the rebound. Wizards trail by 5. Here's Westbrook. Oh, that's offensive interference. Pistons have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Inside. And it's Junior missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Detroit leading by 5. Good on the bucket.
You love when Jackson shoots the ball while in rhythm. You want him to get better shooting off the dribble.
Washington shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Pass to Beverly. Back to Hachimura. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, the finishing ability of Rui Hachimura on display. This guy has a knack for getting around defenders and into his groove.
Outside Jackson. Down low. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Junior's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons. Here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. Rebounded by the Pistons. Grant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside, Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Washington shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Outside Westbrook. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 12 in the game.
Westbrook can absorb contact, and he's got great focus and great finishing ability.
Smith kicks to Okafor. Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Boy, he's been on conscious. I love the confidence he's playing with.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And in last year's playoffs, we saw zone defense turn the tide in certain games. And Doris, we know when executed well, they can throw an offense completely out of rhythm.
Kevin, I'm going to go back a step further to the Toronto Raptors championship 2 years ago, where they throw a box and one, a triangle and two, and multiple zone looks that helps them win a championship. Look no further than Miami's deep run in last year's playoffs. Listen, that can change the whole rhythm of a game. It can force an offense to start second-guessing itself. When you can change the rhythm, the tempo, and mix looks and force a team to think and really operate under duress, it only helps you win ball games. Patrick Beverley is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
So he gets them both.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
To the paint, here's Junior. Okafor trying to get open. The shot from the low post is good. And that's now 24 points for Junior.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Westbrook with it. Now Okafor defending. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Well, how about the privilege of watching Russell Westbrook when this man is really cooking on the offensive end? I'll tell you, few things in the NBA I'd rather watch.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Outside Jackson. Back to Smith. To the middle. Stolen away. Up top, Hachimura. Guarded by Jackson. Westbrook against Jackson. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Pistons take it the other way.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hawks, got the job done. He ended the game with 68 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And the pass to Beverly. Avdia with it. Pass to Hachimura. To the paint. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Josh Jackson.
Boy, how hard does Russell Westbrook attack the defense in the paint? He is fantastic at forcing the issue.
That one is no good. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points out on the boards, kept that from happening.
Jackson dishes to Grant. Here's Junior. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Junior's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons.
This goes to Jeremy Grant.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 14. And the rejection by Smith.
Wow, you don't see Dennis Smith Jr. block a shot every game, but man, he's got some vertical.
Lopez, he's checked in for Washington. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Patrick Beverly. Westbrook against Smith. 6 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Lopez. His three-pointers off the mark. Detroit leading by 13. Here's Grant. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Well, Jeremy Grant doing work at the rim. Don't give him any space, boy. This guy can get up.
Here's Hutchison. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto, outside Westbrook. Looking to end the run. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And giving up.
And so it's Detroit controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Jackson. Jeremy Grant is out there with Junior. Then it's Dennis Smith, and it's Diallo in at the 3, the small forward. And Westbrook, here we go. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. In the corner, it's Diallo. Grant outside. And Junior throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Fires from 14, and that one drops. Westbrook's got 20.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Passes to Diallo. And here's Jackson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Stolen by Beverly. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. There's the dish to Len. Over Junior. Len shot is off.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
The Washington Wizards. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Westbrook. Like Washington will retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And the Pistons making a change here. Porter's checked in.
Well, just terrific instincts right there from Alex Len on the offensive glass. Really impressive.
It's tipped. Stolen by Avdia. In transition from the Wizards. And finished off by West.
Leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
To the inside, Junior. And Junior throws it down.
And this is what you want from Dennis Smith Jr. He has to find the open man and deliver it on time and on target.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Westbrook. No good off the back of the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Smith outside. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Boy, it's passes like that one that make you want to run the offense through Smith Jr. Skill set has never been in question.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Westbrook passes to Hachimura. Back to Westbrook. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Smith.
My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer it home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
Here's look at that.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Pass to Beverly. Back to Westbrook. Now, here's Avdia. Guarded by Porter. Avdia gets the bucket.
Let's remember Westbrook is capable of triple-doubles because of this kind of passing. My goodness, that's pretty.
Down low. And Junior throws it down.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Westbrook with it. 24 points for him. Passes it to Len. Pass to Hachimura. Now Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
If Westbrook senses even a sliver of space, he is going to attack the cup.
Outside Porter. Here's Junior. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his third personal.
For Detroit, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Free throw good, Junior. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Hachimura. Okafor's checked in for Detroit. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Over in the corner, Beverly. The 3 was shot missing. Pistons leading by 23. Now the pass to Okafor. Inside. Pistons passing it around. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 26. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
In transition, here come the Wizards. Avdia with the ball.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Rebound, Detroit. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Wizards trail by 21. Beverly dishes to Westbrook. And he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 30 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Washington making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Alex Len. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Avdia. And Smith subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a deep three from Westbrook. Rebounded by the Pistons. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
Porter against Westbrook. Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, it makes it look easy. Lopez barely has to jump to throw it down.
Detroit leading by 22. Smith kicks to Porter. To the middle. Feeds it to Junior. Here's Bay. He's covered by Westbrook. And another one!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Westbrook. He has 30. Double team on Westbrook. Pass to Gafford. Smith surveying the D. Lopez outside. Off target from outside. Detroit's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Plumlee finds Smith. The three-pointer no good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Washington. Over Smith. Westbrook can't get it to go.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Junior. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hutchison passes to Lopez. At the elbow, Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Over Plumlee. Misses off the left iron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Bay passes to Junior. Hits it again. Wow!
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Washington has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Hutchison. Back to Westbrook. Lays it up off the glass. Westbrook's got 16 here in the second half.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well,
Substitution.
7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. And too long on the shot. And so it's the Detroit Pistons ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
and when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Gill, and it's Winston in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Bonga, the pass to Gill. Here's Winston. Drains the three-pointer. Winston's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Junior, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble was terrific, and some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against a single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams, New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
There's the double team with Abdia. Here's the 3. The rebound by Grant.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the inside. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Outside Westbrook. Over Smith. Here's Gill. And Junior with the rebound. Junior's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Pass to Stewart. Pistons passing it around. And that one's good, Junior.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Now here's Len. He's covered closely.
You know, they work the ball into ideal position there to get the high-quality look.
Down low, here's Junior. Good, he hits again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. To the middle, here's Westbrook. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Westbrook's got 38 points.
Boy, Russell Westbrook, so quick to attack.
Smith, the pass to Junior. And good, he hits it again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Hutchison. He's covered by Grant. And the rejection by Smith. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Bay to the paint. Len with the block.
Well, for a big guy so light on his feet, Len rising into the air with ease.
And the Wizards making a change here. Hachimura's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. To the inside, here's Junior. And Junior throws it down.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Smith against Westbrook. The pass to Hachimura. Got a piece of it. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Grant kicks to Jackson. Inside, Junior. And Junior throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you, he is showing strides in improving the passing aspect of his game. Josh Jackson, pretty look there.
And here's Westbrook. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. How encouraging do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. And so I think everybody wins in this situation, Kevin. The players, the fans themselves, many of whom are dealing with the similar challenges. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
And Joseph kicks to Porter. Down low, stolen by Len. Here's Hachimura. They get it back. He gets it in there. Westbrook's got 43 points.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Joseph, the pass to Jackson. Pass to Porter. Okafor with the ball. Guarded by Len. Outside, Joseph puts up a three, knocks down the three ball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
So it's Washington now. Smith with it. He dishes it to Westbrook. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Russell Westbrook wins the 2017 MVP award. Does he relax and rest on his laurels? Heck no. This guy is just striving for greatness. I love it.
And the Wizards making a change here. Matthews is checked in. To the inside. And Junior throws it down.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
The Wizards have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Westbrook. And another miss by Washington. Detroit's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Porter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the Wizards making a change here. Bonga's checked in. And a switcher also for Detroit. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Josh Jackson.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
Lenka kicks to Hachimura. Joseph against Smith. 4 on the clock. Here's Len. And a miss there on the triple.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Porter dishes to Junior. Joseph has an open look. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Passes it to Smith. Here's Bonga. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Magruder. To the middle. Yet another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Wizards shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Down low. Here's Bonga. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Bonga's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Right side, Porter. Cloak loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. Gill is checked in for the Wizards. Hayes, he's checked in for the Pistons. To the paint. Here's Junior. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Outside Matthews. To the wing on the left. Here's Winston. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Winston's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Outside, Joseph. The pass to Junior. Washington with the rebound. Len's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bonga, the pass to Gill. Dishes it to Len. The second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Nice work in the painted area. Alex Len with the size and skill to do more of this.
And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Junior kicks to Magruder. The Pistons working the ball around now. The shot's good.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
So it's Washington now. Here's Winston. Pass to Len. Here's Winston. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Winston. 4 on the shot clock. Passes to Matthews. Takes a 3. Detroit with the rebound. Okafor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Magruder. Now Junior. Okafor dishes to Junior. Ripped away. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Detroit coming onto the floor for the Pistons. Isaiah Stewart. Saddiq Bey.
Detroit's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight. Knocked down 5 of them.
Wizards foul. Gill. That's his 4th personal foul.
The first one falls.
Isaiah Stewart. 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. Washington has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Outside Matthews. Here's Gill. And the layup's good off the glass. Gill's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Winston. And there's the pass to Gill. He kicks it to Len. Shot clock at 6.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
There's one side. Another bucket. Wow.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years.
Matthews scanning the floor. Off target from 3-point range. And, well, Detroit shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Hits it again. Wow.
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
I mean, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the 2nd most points in an NBA game. What a historic night.
When Kobe did what he did back in 06, I never thought we'd see something like that again. But tonight has been an absolute legendary performance. I'm still in shock that we've seen 81 twice now.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Alex Len. To the inside. And it's Junior missing. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside, Hutchison, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Pass to Bay. Over to the left wing. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Winston. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.